Hey, in this video, we're going to talk about the Smartsheet sheet summaries and different ways that you can use them to make your life a little bit better. If we go to the right side of our first sheet, which this is going to be the task list, we are able to see a couple different fields here that I've just added where I'm just calculating information that's on the sheet. This is a way that we can see high level details without going in counting each specific row. Obviously, you can do this with a report, but this is another way that you can do it where you are inside of the same sheet. So as you are looking at it, you can see where we are. If you look at my formula, I'm just saying we're from the status to the status. The name of the column is not started, then it's going to count. So we can see 5, 10, 5, 1, the on-time task completion, and then the total task assigned to Mason. Pretty simple, not too complicated. What I've done in our project plan, which is a very complicated project plan, is I've used the sheet summary to provide some additional guidance to a customer. Imagine that we have a customer that isn't super tech savvy and maybe is a little unfamiliar with how these sheets work, and we want to ensure that they fully understand what they're doing. We can add a sheet explanation. So I've just put open text here where it just describes what this is meant to do. And so if they come in and don't have an idea or a little bit confused, they can open the sheet summary on any sheet that we have and see, okay, I know what this is doing. And if they need any more help, we have hyperlinked a link to a form. So they can fill it out, and then our team can reach out to them and give them the explanation they need. Here, I just have a little happiness. I think this is a fun symbol that you can add. But now going to the cost analysis. This is one that I think is a little less common, and I think is super swaggy. What I've done here is I'm using the sheet summary to drive the data that is inside my sheet here. So when I look at my task list, I am just calculating based on what's inside the sheet. And the project plan, I'm just using it as an explanation. This is kind of the italicized text that says, here, do this. What I'm doing on this one is showing some different percentages that when I change what's showing up in my sheet summary, it adjusts the values in my sheet. So looking at this and saying, let's imagine that we have a sporting goods store and we need to make a certain amount of money on a sell or whatever we're trying to do. What we can do here is change the values on money we need to make. Let's say we only need to make 500 bucks. That's kind of our target. What we can then do is look at our markup and make changes to it. So if we said, let's do a 15% markup, you can see that as I change that value, it's going to change the cost that is associated with it in our sheet. So this is a good way for us to quickly kind of guess and check. We can plug in different numbers and see if it fits what we're looking for. So if we said we want to do a 25% markup, markup, the dollar amount of that is going to be reflected here, and we can see we're getting closer to where we want to be, but we still are $247 short. So let's keep adding this up and saying maybe we go to 0.6, 60% markup. We are making more than we thought, more than we had planned on, and it checks the box of this does make us enough money. So in this example, we're taking the sheet summary and editing the values that are inside of the sheet itself. So we're using this to drive that. Another really helpful way that sheet summaries can be used to make your life easier. That is all I got today. Sheet summaries are powerful.